would rather choose a disease instead of having a kid. You know how crazy that is? You're putting a virus on a pedestal. You know how insane that is? You'd rather be sick than taking care of your kid and building a generational legacy. Like,
Y.A.D Totiro.
what's up everybody? I hope you guys are doing good. Today, we have a late video. We got citizen concerned in the building. Hard truth no one wants to hear. Oops, I'm not trying to hear the truth, but let's dive deep into it. Let's all enjoy the video.
A sad reality about South Africa currently is that there are too many people who just do not take life seriously. From politicians in parliament to children in schools and homes. Too few people actually care about the status of our country. Too many people look at everything as a joke. To illustrate my point, take a look at this.
Oh, hell no!
People don't want kids no more. Let me not say everyone, but like,
These are women who live among us, ladies and gentlemen. They work with us. They go shopping with us, catch taxis with us. They are among us, happy to live their lives as if there is no tomorrow. When given a simple question about what would you prefer, having HIV or having a child, they eagerly say that they would prefer to have HIV. They're happy about it, happy to post it on social media. You know what's worse? Seeing how these people live, and these are not unique cases, there are many people like this, but seeing them, having them show the evidence of how they live, how they think, how they view lives, how they take everything as a joke, there are still men, young and old, who are attracted to such people. There are men who are willing to have children with such individuals. And then there are some men who know that this is wrong, who know that this is loose behavior, who know that this is immoral behavior, yet they are too scared to say anything. Many women are living the way that they are living in South Africa because too few men are playing their role in society. We have men who are more than happy to walk with a woman who's half naked for the world to see because they're too scared to say anything, because saying anything means that you are not a masculine man, you are not secure in your masculinity. Saying anything about a woman's behavior, even when you can see that it is shameful behavior, is an indication that you are an oppressive man, that you, sir, want to take away their freedom. And what does freedom look like? Freedom is saying bougie. Freedom is zodwa abantu. Freedom is opening up yourself and exposing yourself for the world to see. By the way, these women are Zulus. And where's the highest population of people living with HIV or AIDS in South Africa? It is in KwaZulu-Natal, where most Zulus are coming from. The Bible says, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that he will also reap. If you allow promiscuity, alcohol, party lifestyle to dominate your life, then don't be surprised when your children are raised in a home without present and responsible parents, without a father or without a mother, or without both.
you know, another thing is, the only way to end a bad habit, bad mindset, bad behavior, it's to stop giving it attention. So for instance, what we just saw right now, those ladies are, hey, they're insane, but I won't even lie. They would rather choose a disease instead of having a kid. You know how crazy that is? You're putting a virus on a pedestal. You know how insane that is? You'd rather be sick than taking care of your kid and building a generational legacy. Like, this is insane. The reason why this is gonna keep happening, it's because majority of people entertain it and they like it. And they give such people attention. Because you won't do something in life if it's not approved by the masses. You know, if you do something and like majority of people reject it, like most of the times, 9 times out of 10, you're going to stop. But if you do something and people reciprocate the same energy on what you do, it's going to be more and more. So this kind of behavior is going to keep happening if there are men, you know, encouraging some women to be like this. Some women to not choose, you know, on not having kids, you know, or not giving birth. They rather choose a disease. So it's just all up on us. Are we allowing this to happen? Are we going to stop it? And for us to stop it, it's not to hold, you know, boards and strike in the streets, throwing stones. Nah, it's to not give it attention.
Both parents. Do not be shocked or surprised when your community is known as a capital of HIV/AIDS in the country, in the continent, or even in the world. Do not be surprised when you don't have any assets to show for your years of hard work.
BBC investigates the reality just a few miles from the G20 venue, where people live in derelict buildings, often hijacked by criminal gangs and in conditions unfit for human habitation.
There's guns, there's rats, shoots, there's everything.
Now we complain that South Africa is the most unequal society in the world.
Here in South Africa's biggest and richest city, there's always been a stark contrast between the haves and the have-nots. Shimmering skyscrapers have long stood alongside festering slums. And of course, the apartheid regime added a brutal racial dimension to the economic divides.
Too many people rush to blame the inequality that we see in South Africa on racism, apartheid, sexism, colonialism, and many other things.
Breakdown of the black family is not a legacy of slavery.
No, the classic study of this goes all the way back to the era of slavery, and they find that most black kids, even under slavery, had lived with two parents. And that was true all the way up until the 1960s. You really want to find out what's changed. It has changed since the 1960s. Look at black husband-wife families. Mm-hmm. The poverty rate among such families has been in single digits every year since 1994.
Those individuals who chose to use their 20s and 30s for building, for getting skills, for finding proper spouses are not going to be equal to those individuals who chose to use their 20s and 30s to emulate the celebrities and the influencers that we have, misleading individuals in society.
I think most people would be surprised to learn that despite the fact that blacks as a whole have a higher poverty rate than whites as a whole, black married couple families have for more than a quarter of a century, every single year, had a poverty rate under 10%. And in most of those years, the national poverty rate was not as low as 10%. So it's not and you say, well, this is due to institutional racism. In that case, does that mean that the racists make an exception for blacks who are married? I mean, do racists either know or care whether blacks are married? None of these glib explanations stands up to the slightest empirical study.
A lot of times when we talk about the inequality in the South African context, in the South African society, we like to blame it on apartheid, on colonialism and racism and everything external, but we don't pause to look at our behaviors that result in all of this inequality. I'm not saying that's the only reason, but I'm saying maybe we should look there and we'll see a difference and a
Yeah, that's so true, man. What she mentioned is this point, it implies to everything in life, man. To your personal life, to other people, like to everything basically, just everything in general. People tend to, blame, the outside on what's actually going on. Yes, the outside might have a factor, what's happening external, but it's like, let me make an example. We cannot blame government for like pollution, for example, for a dirty environment. We cannot blame the government. We cannot blame that pick it up is not doing the job to clean up, the area. We have to take responsibility. So most people don't have this mindset that what's happening, it's all on you and us as society. So most of the things we complain about, politics, government, the system, and all that, 9 times out of 10, we make it even worse.
reduction in that inequality gap that we see in our nation.
Hi there, it's Y.A.D the Black Pen. So I have 6 amazing children from 4 different mothers. I've got children with 4 mothers and I get judged quite a lot by a lot of people. Understandably so. We live in a society where once you have children with more than one parent, you are labeled a red flag and reckless and those things. And because I'm a man in particular, I'm seen as part of the pandemic that creates these single mother households and broken families.
I love you. I won't even lie. As men, the upcoming men, which is my generation, we need to do better, man. You see, this video says a good father is a gift of God. It's like being a good father and a dad is something special. And it's something that is supposed to happen. You won't see any video saying a woman of God as a nah. It's always like the man and stuff like that. So it's like we need to do better. Gents, let's log in.
So a lot of people attack me for that. Furthermore, I'm not married to any of the mothers, and people attack me for that as well. And I don't believe in the concept of formal marriage. Spoken about this before, and maybe I'll speak about it at some point again.
Because my head doesn't see sun like your head sees sun. So your head is beautiful.
Your head has a beautiful
and
color.
my head is white as a piece of paper.
Dad,
Isn't that
can
funny?
you do the back?
Sure, dude.
Can I do a heart shape?
Yes, you can.
Try your best.
Where are the white versions of a Zodwa Bantu, a Sayan Bougie, or Skomota? Tell me, I really want to know. Where is a white version of such individuals? Where is a white or an Afrikaner version?
Okay now. Let me interfere real quick, man. So, black women are mostly involved in prostitute, Zodwa Bantu, also Sayan Bougie, and many of them, man. Things have been happening with our ladies doing strange activities. But we cannot say white women are not doing it. They are, but most of the time they do it differently. OnlyFans, PH, those weird subscriptions online. Most of them are white women or other races or something, So also white women are on their sketchy movements, man. I won't just say, but black women are dirty. Not all of them, but I'm just saying for, those who do such activities, also white women are also involved, but they just do it differently.
Of this body works for me. Where is it? Where is a show like that? Which white woman do you know who's going to call a radio station and say Ket Matlala is a type of man that I would like to be with? Where is that? Which Afrikaner or white school do you know that is going to call on a lady of the night to twerk to cheering children? Where do you see that? That on its own is an inequality in our behavior. And when we see the results of that, we want to complain and blame it on something else. Whatever you put in is what you're going to get out. If we
Hey, I might be naughty a little bit, but I don't see anything wrong with twerking. You know, when a lady twerks and they dancing, I mean, that's fine, man. But it's just where they do it, how they are dressed, and, you know, what kind of environment they are in. You know, that's when we can, but just twerking in general, it's not something crazy like that, man.
want to see a reduction in the inequalities, maybe we should start by reducing the inequality in our lifestyles, our behaviors, and the choices that we make on a daily basis.
Yo. So like, okay, we saw, I think that's 6 Red, and this is a Caucasian woman just playing music, vibing. We do have black good women, you know, and we do have corrupt white women. We just do it differently, as I said. And the one that's mostly paid attention on is the black women. You know, because their thing is more public and white women is more like digital. Hey, I won't even lie, they go crazy with the PH and the OnlyFans, you know, pages. They be going crazy. So they also dirty too, I won't even lie, some of them.
I repeat, do not be deceived. God is not mocked. Whatever a man sows, that he will also reap.
Simple. And you guys know this by now. It's not like I'm on a dead poor. I would rather die. I would rather see this however you want to see it. But the same way men have personal preference because they want to date a big booty hunt, it's the same way I have a personal preference because I want a nigga with money.
A few moments later.
Am I not worthy? You know? Like, am I not worthy of having something or having someone that is...
Okay, so she wants a nigga with money. And men do have their preference, true. But the thing is, when a woman gets to a relationship with this kind of mindset, it's kind of like a 10 off. Like she's picking up a camera. Oh, I want a man with money. You know, it kind of seems like you don't really want something genuine. It's like when a man picks up a camera, you know, I want a lady with a big booty, you know, big titties. You know, on a woman's perspective, it's gonna seem like, you just see me as a snack or something. It's the same with men. Like, in a relationship, you can't just start with money. Because if you start with money, we know what type of time you're on. And men won't take you serious too. They're just gonna call you, guy a young 10K, they use you. Because that's what you showed on the internet. They're gonna take advantage because of money. So, hey, now you coming back and crying. You said you wanted money. Men are gonna give you money, but you're not gonna get the genuine, you know, relationship and connection.
It's mine. Bless the beauty of friendships. Oh my God, I truly love it. And every day you think or you see the one thing that you're yearning for, the one thing that you absolutely would love to have, and God takes it away, and then you're just like, but why? Why put me through so much heartache? You know? Guys, I'm 29 years old. No, I'm 29 years old. I have everything. I don't care what anybody else is. This is where they say money can't buy you happiness. I finally dipped it. I have everything. Own place. Own one. Have one now. You have a car. May not be the fanciest of cars. Takes me from A to B. I can walk in a fucking store and buy a 20k shoe. You can have all of these things. But like one thing that you are not getting, and you think you have so much faith in waiting, but it's so hard and it's so painful because you're just like, am I not worthy of it for it to happen to me now? You know what I'm saying?
So now, after misleading thousands, if not millions, of South African women into believing that being loose is cool, that not committing yourself to a hardworking and honorable man is independence, and that pursuing a life of partying and material items is the way to go, they now, them as the influencers and the celebrities, now want a solid, stable lifestyle with marriage, with a husband, and with children. Huh? You know, with everybody having access to social media without firstly understanding what is good and bad, what is right and wrong, it causes our country and our citizens to become worse and worse, thus increasing the urgency and the need for us who have the same values to band together and do something to fight this chaos. Because if we do not fight against this, if we do not do whatever we can to stop these things from happening, there may not be a country for us to save in a few years. The fact that we have a party led by a person like Jacob Zuma and his children, and people are actually voting and supporting such a party, goes to show that something is wrong. Something is wrong. That is a sign that there are many South Africans that are irresponsible and low-level thinkers. These women who think that it's cool to tell the whole world that they would rather have HIV and AIDS instead of having a child are just a fraction of the larger group of South Africans that we have who are going to the polls in 2026 and 2029. Their deception may be their deception, but it is affecting us because through their deception, they are voting for rubbish politicians who are going to bring rubbish policies and a South Africa that you and I are going to have to live in. And for that reason, we need to band together and fight against this nonsense. Anyway, that's it for today. Please share this video with more.
Hey man, hey, it's looking bad. You know, as I said, beginning of the video, for us to stop all this, don't give it attention. So the women who have this mindset of HIV, I would rather choose HIV rather than a baby, we just ignore it. Also, you know, the men's side, the men who have lust, they all think about, you know, sexual activities, ignore. It goes both ways, man. Let's not give it attention. Simple as that. But hey man, comment down below and tell me what you think. I'll catch you on another video though. Love you. Take care.